What's up, congratulators? Welcome, this is Xavier Garcia. Welcome to the Ultimate Psychology channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to go from being a struggler to being a hustler. And I was ready to give you a big old speech, but just coming down over here to make this video today, I came up with a real example that I just went through, real life experience. I recorded a video earlier, but on my phone was having complications. And I have a new phone coming in about the next 10 days, and I could be like, you know what, we'll skip this week, we'll wait till next week when we get a better phone. And then my wife is like, my beautiful, smart, intelligent wife, my bright wife, she's all, well, we can use my phone. So we jumped on her phone, we went home to get her phone, came back over here to record this video. And that just shows you that the passion that we have and the persistence that we're not gonna give up on our dreams. Just because, something goes wrong with our planning, we're not gonna just change and just forget about it. We're going to be open, we're going to be creative, and allow things to happen. Of course, it takes two. The power of two makes things happen. So let me tell you something though. When I was a struggler, I didn't have her in my life. And is she with me for the money? No, absolutely not. Of course not. I don't make that much, at least not yet. But the point is, I wasn't a hustler. I wasn't a man of anything, any purpose. I was just going with the flow. And I wasn't a bad guy. I was a good guy, morally sound for the most part. But I had no drive in myself. I had no direction, no dreams, no goals. Nothing, no pursuit of happiness going on in my life. And then I realized, I don't have the girl of my dreams. I don't have no dream job. I wake up, I can't even afford to go to my 10-year high school reunion because I've just been drifting. And I got so frustrated and pissed off, and I'm like, I can't be living like this no more. Before I didn't want people to take pictures of me. I didn't want people to remember me. I want to be a nobody, just in the shadows, just invisible. And now I can't stop taking selfies or creating videos. And it's not out of vanity, but I have a life to give. I have a life that's worth recording and advice to give because of the experiences that I went through. And so if you're in a situation right now where you feel worthless, you have no self-esteem, that's totally okay. Okay? It's not a good place to be, but you also got to know where your rock bottom is, so you know what to build your foundation on. And when you get to that point, you realize that you are unique, and that your gift, your contribution to the world is going to be unique. So it's okay to have role models, to have mentors, and you copy their recipes. Everyone's going to have a different recipe for success, and you can take different pieces and apply those things to your life. And slowly you start finding your formula, your recipe. Once you start putting those things together, day after day, you're gonna come across difficulties and challenges, okay? Because you're gonna start dreaming, realizing that life is short. And that if you want to create an extraordinary life, a supernatural life, okay, have these wonderful experiences, you're going to have to go from event to event very successfully. And it's a hard thing to put day after day, like the Golden State Warriors, where you have like a winning season, you want a winning life. And that's a hard thing to do, because in sports, people don't do that. You don't become back-to-back champions 10, 12 years in a row, unless you're someone like Tom Brady with 9 Super Bowl appearances, or LeBron James, super unique unicorns, okay? But you can have that in your life also as well. Nobody's that special, nobody's that unique where you can't apply these rules or these principles, these disciplines to your life and create what they're creating. But these people are working extremely hard work. They know that their time as sports people, as entertainers, is a limited time. So they're trying to pack it all in. They're working even in the off season. They're working harder, they're starting earlier, and they're working later, okay? They're going above and beyond average. And not that you have to compete with anybody else, but you got to compete with who you were yesterday and how you're adding value to your life yesterday and the week before and the year before. When you start working for yourself, the universe will come along and support you. I've gotten to the stage where I began hustling for myself, and I could have stopped early with the failures that I had and said, it's no use, and give up, that's just the way my life is meant to be. But it's not. Something inside of me still recognizes that there is something unique within inside of me. And there's something unique within inside of you, or else you wouldn't be watching this. Why the heck would you be watching the Ultimate Psychology program? Because you're looking for that advantage, that motivation in life. Let me tell you something, you got it already within you. It's already built into the system of the program. You just got to find what that individual drive is for you. And like I said, life is short. So you got to be thinking, if I want to create a super amazing life, what would I do today that would be different? If I knew I had 24 hours to live, or just 3 years or 5 years, what's going to be your 10-year plan? And it's going to drive you. If you put yourself in that positive state and you start thinking, okay, I only have so much time. I'm already on the clock. The clock is ticking. Okay, maybe that's going to give you the energy or the motivation to go talk to the girl you haven't talked to before. or to finally apply for that job, or quit the job that you don't like anymore, and start pursuing something that's going to be meaningful work and that's going to bring personal fulfillment to you. I couldn't rub 2 pennies before, and now I'm living with financial security. I've attracted the woman of my dreams. And so whatever these things are for you, you got to get past the initial pain of suffering when you meet failure, okay? Because that's going to happen. Most people give up there, but that's still a step above just giving up on life, okay? So you're going to achieve something, go after something. You're going to fail. You're going to experience pain, but you're going to learn from it, okay? Because that experience is not going to define you. This video right here doesn't define me. It's not going to make or break me. And your next event, the next thing you're going to go try to go do, is not going to make or break you. You're going to learn from it. And life is forgiving. This is the land of opportunity. We love the underdog. We love people who come back, like Jesus, who comes back from the dead and rises again. You might not have a physical death, but you can have deaths like that, emotional deaths or whatever, and you come back better than ever. I sacrificed my 20s because I was just floating, and I just thought I was being a good person. And why isn't my life like everybody else's? It's not that I'm necessarily right to compare, but why isn't it happening for me? Because I'm not putting nothing behind it. That's why. You got to get off your butt and make things happen, because it's not going to just happen if you're not doing nothing. Maybe you could win the lottery, but you can lose it because you don't know what to do with the money, okay? You got to have your mind on some of these major focuses, your relationships, your health and fitness, and your finances. And you put these things behind the purpose of your life, and you're going to live an extraordinary, supernatural life. So when you're learning from these experiences that you fail from, you're going to learn from them, and then you can start picking your shots. Okay, if today's going to be my last day, how am I going to live it out? What is my order of priorities? What are the things that I want to get accomplished? Okay, and you're not going to catch everything. It's like going into the money pit on the game shows. You go into this money pit and you got to collect whatever $100 you can in that amount of time. Like, 30 seconds to collect as many $100 bills. Well, the thing is about life, you don't know when your expiration date is. Okay, so you got to collect these memories. Hopefully you look back in heaven, you can look back on the screen of life and say, man, those are some great times. Or you can say, what a waste. It was a bland life because you didn't want to offend anybody, or you were too scared, you're too much of a coward. You don't want to be that way with your tail stuck between your legs. So you start going after these events, you start trying to, you learn from them, and you're picking your shots, and you start noticing what you're good at, and then how to get better at them. And then you start doing those things again and again and again, and it gets you on that roll. And eventually, over time, you become unstoppable. You're gonna get curveballs coming your way, but you keep your eyes on the prize, and you're gonna get to the promised land. You're gonna persevere, and eventually you can say, hey buddy, I walked through that bridge before too. I built that bridge. I walked through that. Follow me, and help them build their own bridges. And that's how we make the world a better place. So this is Xavier Garcia signing out, and until next week, love with freedom.